Hello everyone, Equip on War here, and welcome to a little bit more of an in-depth look at my Mjölner slash Lightning Witch. And you seems to like this character, so I figured out, well, it's time to do actually an in-depth and show all my skill games and how I made. It's not a real full-blown build guide, I don't want to say that, but, well, I'm going to show all of my skill games and my skill tree. But just before I do that, I just want to point out that I don't know how good this build works in endgame, because I haven't tried it on really high level maps. Just so you are aware of that. But I'm only level 81, so I'm not that high level either. But let's kill some more enemies and then we're gonna take a look at my skill tree. And now let's take a look at it. On these burning corpses here. I went for Elementalist. And I went for Shape of Dissolution. Always when you're gonna talk in a map, there are some enemy that going to interrupt everything. I'm sorry. But I took Shape of Dissolution and then I went for Beacon of Ruin. And after that I went for Program of Calamity. As you can see, I haven't ascended in the endgame labyrinth. But when I do, I either going to go for Pendulum of Destruction or Line of Primordial. And actually thinking more seriously about taking Pendulum of Destruction. It's a really awesome one, but as well, Line of the Primordial is good as well. So it's a choose there. But when you go for raw power, think Line of Primordial are the more safer option. So let's take a look here. I went for the spell damage in the beginning. Cultist Dominion, Lightning Walker, Heart and Soul. I have some crit chance here for spell. I have a Yule Socket here using Assassin's Haste, but you really just want Yules which have as high attack speed as you can get. Attack speed is the most important thing on your Yules. I have Instability to get power charges, more on that later. I have Heart of Thunder. I have Cool Perception. I have Whispers of Doom, so I can dual curse, more of that later. I went down here, I took Elemental Overload, so when I crit with something, either my melee attack or my spells, I will even proc the Elemental Overload, which will increase my damage a lot. But I don't do extra damage when I crit. I have Might, because I need a lot of strength in this build. Also needed some dexterity, so I went for this one here, because I don't have enough dexterity on my gear. I have Purity of Flesh, and I'm probably going to take this Life and Chaos Resist here later. I have another charge here. I went for Celestial Judgment and Celestial Punishment. And then I have another dual assault here if I want. I have Devotion, in Endurance charge here. I have Elementalist, Light of Divinity, Discipline and Training, Retribution, Sentry. I went down here, I went for Combat Stamina. Yule Socket here, which increases my attack speed. Also give me some much needed dexterity. And I have the big life wheel here. And I went down to my road. I took Born to Fight, which actually gave me both accuracy and attack speed. And also some much needed strength, so it's not that bad to have. I have Versatility and Heart of the Warrior. And Warrior's Blood. I think I forgot to say that I also had Precision. For the accuracy, and I have Versatility, as I said before. So this is pretty much my past skill tree, and there may be better ways to do this. If you have it, please let me know. But I like this way it is right now. So let's take a look at more interesting things. Let's take a look at my items. The most important thing are, of course, my weapon. This build is built around this weapon. And this is a Mjölner, which are pronounced in Sweden. I actually pronounced that right. Mjölner. And this weapon, when I hit something with my melee attacks, using this weapon, I will guaranteedly trigger a lightning spell skill, which are socket in this weapon. And it's a really fun weapon to use, and it's not that expensive actually to get. And the gems I have in it, which is Iron Will, and Iron Will supports both Arc and Discharge. Discharge are the explosion you saw before. And Arc is just the lightning that bouncing around the enemies. And I'm using Iron Will because I have a lot of strength, as you can see, almost 500 strength. Which actually increases my spell damage with the supported gems with Iron Will. On my armor, I using Kingsguard, And I'm using Kingsguard together with Vol's Devotion and Romance Banquet. And this is how this works. I have a problem with this build, which is getting back life fast enough. So I think I figured out to use a combination of Kingsguard, Vol's Devotion and Romance Banquet, because when I'm not critting an enemy, I will get a power charge with Romance Banquet, and my crit is not that very high. And when I actually do hit some enemies, this shot will activate and consuming all of my charges I have. And when my power charges are consumed, they are converted into endurance charges with this one. And when these are consumed, I will get 100 life for every endurance charge is consumed. So this is my way to get back life. It's the best way I have found so far, but there may be better ways. And if you have a serious accuracy, which are blood expensive, you can probably go for just some elemental leech instead. I'm just using these gloves here, very defensive. Defensive belt, defensive boots, a shield which gives me some spell damage, armor, some life, and much needed intelligence, because I need a lot of intelligence. As you can see, the cost to use Mjölner are 300 intelligence and 412 strength. I'm just using a defensive helmet, so I need strength in all of my gear I can get, and some intelligence. And the gems I'm using for my Cyclone, I'm using Cyclone to proc my skill. And Cyclone are supported by additional accuracy, blood magic, so I don't need mana, and increased area of effect. I also dual cursing, and I have I have conductivity and elemental weakness, and they are both supported by blasphemy, so they are an aura around me. So all enemies that get close to me are automatically cursed. I also have Wall of Mark if I want to drop some damage in favor of some more protection and life back. I'm using Shield Charge and Leap Slam together with faster attacks to move around fast. And by the way, both Leap Slam and Shield Charge will trigger my Mjölner and will trigger spells. So you can use them both for mobility and actually activate your spells. Using a Riposte, Vengeance and a Reckoning, which all of them can also trigger your spells. And I have a Herald of Thunder I'm using as well, and that's pretty much my gear. I have a cost and damage taken. I almost forget I have cost and damage taken, which are linked to Tempest Shield to get extra block chance. I have increased duration, and I have Immortal Call, which will consume my endurance charges, which will give me life and make me temporarily immune to physical damage. And by the way, for the bandits, before I forget it, I helped no one, and I killed all of the bandits who took the 2 passive skill points. So let's see if we can finish this map here, and what we can do against the boss here. I'm sorry if there are some sound in the background. My microphone have wanted to stop working for just this day, so well, isn't it annoying? But anyway, I'm not gonna talk too much about that. But this build is very fun. But by the way, just so you already know, you can use a lot of different lightning skills. So you can just experiment around with them. I love Arc, and I actually don't want to really use the Discharge, but I went for it because I needed life back. But there are probably better ways to get life back, and I could use a Curse Aura, like a Wall of Mark, and use that instead to get back my life. But I want to do even more damage. But let's see if we find the boss anyway. And you don't want to do a map with which have like element reflect on, because you will kill yourself instantly. Let's see if we can find the boss here. It's doing good damage against normal enemies without any problem. But the problem comes when I'm gonna fight the problem comes when I'm fighting bosses. So here is the boss. Oh yeah, I forgot, this boss is easy. I was expecting another boss. Well, I'm doing some good damage now. I think I have underestimated a little bit of my damage. But, well, it works. Where are you? Here you are. This is the boss that actually all the time like copying itself. I think it is the one that are moving that are the one you're gonna kill. There you go. Actually, I think I underestimated my damage on bosses a little bit. But this is only a level 9 map, so just so all of you are aware of that. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this little bit video, and tell me a comment what you think about my build. I could level up a bit more, I could probably get some better gear, but I hope you guys liked it anyway. Anyway, I thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time.